Hey guys, it's Ryan G. Wright with DoHardMoney.com coming to you with a Just Ask Ryan question of the day. And today what we're going to talk about is how to refinance a BRRRR property. So we're going to deep dive into this, and if you've got a question of the day, all you've got to do is type it in the comments below, and I'll be happy to answer that question for you and get a killer video out for you. So let's talk about this, refinancing a BRRRR property. First off, what is a BRRRR? A BRRRR is the concept of buying, renovating, refinancing. That's the whole idea. So I buy the property, and that's the B part of this. Then I rehab the property, which is the next R. Then I rent the property, and then after I rent the property, I refinance the property. So that's the whole idea with this BRRRR acronym. And so with this BRRRR type thing, the most important thing to do is before you get started, get qualified for that new takeout financing loan. Because what's going to happen is you're going to get a loan as a hard money loan, which doesn't really care about your credit, your income, your debt to income, and those types of things for the most part. But then you're going to get a long-term loan at a really low interest rate who is going to care about your credit, your income, and those types of things. Now, one of the great things with the BRRRR strategy is the income you're getting from the rental property will get included in your income because now you have that income, which will help with your debt to income ratio, which works really, really well. So here's the deal. Before you even get involved with the project, you need to go and get pre-qualified with a lender that can do a loan on a property that was just acquired. And one of the questions you're going to want to ask them is what type of seasoning they're going to want to see, meaning how much ownership, how long do you have to own the property before they'll allow you to do a refinance. So most lenders like this, some of them are going to want to be a long time, but most that will do this type of a strategy will be 6 months. They're going to say, hey, we want to make sure you've owned the property for 6 months, and after 6 months we'll use the appraisal value versus using the purchase price, because that's really what you want them to do. If you buy the property for $100,000 and you put $50,000 into it and it's worth $200,000, you want to use $200,000 as the value rather than using the $100,000 that you bought it for. And so if it's at the $200,000, most lenders will do about 80% of the loan amount on that, which means they get you a loan for about $160,000. So if you bought it for $100,000, you put $50,000 into it, you're getting all of your costs covered. Now, I haven't found a lender yet that will allow you to take cash out in that type of a situation for that you just bought 6 months ago. But I have seen lenders, if you can get the primary loan with your hard money lender for the purchase and the rehab, and that is all under 75 to 80% on the takeout, and you're about 6 months and the appraisal comes in for that higher amount, then you're basically zero down investing on rental properties because you have none of your own cash, which is what makes this tool really powerful. But it does only work if you or a family member can qualify for that takeout financing loan in order to pay off the hard money lender. So the first place you start is finding a long-term lender in your area that will allow you to refinance a property. It's called a rate and term refinance. So you're basically changing the term. Instead of a 6-month term, you want a 30-year term. Instead of a 15 or 18% interest rate, you want a 4 or 5% interest rate. And they will allow you to do that on a property you just barely purchased. Now, sometimes in this situation, they're going to want to see documented repairs. So you've got to be very careful with saving your receipts and your general contractor bills so you can show them, I bought it for $100,000 and here's the closing statements. I've spent $50,000 on it and here's all the receipts and everything that's gone into this property. So I'm into this $150,000. I'm just trying to refinance that $150,000 back out if those are the numbers that we're dealing with. But the whole principle with this is, first off, get approved with a lender that will do what's called takeout financing. Somebody that will pay off this loan, pay off your hard money loan within a 6-month period. That's not going to have big seasoning requirements that allow you to get 75 or 80% of the repaired value. So now it's not an after repaired value because we've already done the improvements on the property. So this is an as-is value because the repairs are already done. And what that's going to do is then pay off the hard money lender, and then you're going to have this and cash flowing. And what's really crazy about it is if you have none of your own money into it and you're making money, plus you get the tax write-offs, plus you get the appreciation, plus you can depreciate the property. There's all these advantages in owning this, and it's just exponential returns when it deals with you not coming up with it. But again, the first start of that is you've got to get takeout financing and lender. Well, first, you've got to get your hard money lender that's willing to do the purchase and the rehab if you're buying the property right. Second, you've got to get a takeout financing lender that will do that with little seasoning at 75 to 80%. and next you've got to find a really, really good deal. And I think that's one of the problems most people don't realize is to find a property like this, it's got to be a really, really good deal. Not every deal is going to qualify for it because you've got to have a lot of equity built into this deal before you even start it in order for you to not have to come up with a bunch of additional cash. So if you need some help with any of this, check out dohardmoney.com. We have some ways to help you find properties using our Investor's Edge tools and resources that can help you find properties that are going to have this type of equity spread. If you've enjoyed this video, please tell the YouTube logarithms, the YouTube gods, that you've enjoyed it by hitting that thumbs up button. It means a lot to me and tells me how much you're enjoying these types of videos. So please, especially you, if you've never hit the thumbs up button, this is the time to do it. Today's your day. Anyway, if you'd like some help with any of those things, check us out at dohardmoney.com. If you've got a question of the day, type it in the comments below, and I'd be more than happy to answer that for you. And also, I've got a couple other videos you should check out. I've got a video on BRRRR versus flip. Should I do a BRRRR or should I do a flip? This is a video. I was just on a phone call today on a deal I'm looking at. I'm saying, man, should we BRRRR it? Should we flip it, or should we keep it as a rental property? What should we do? And so I go in the deep dive in this BRRRR versus flip video. Otherwise, make it a very profitable day, and bye for now.